Well, hello there, YouTube. This is Michelle. It's Friday evening or late afternoon, and I have a quick journal share for you today. I'm calling this a faith journal. This journal was made using a 6x12 mailer envelope that was distress, and when I put the Mod Podge on to seal the distress ink, I made a linen-like pattern in the Mod Podge and then used a stays-on ink to highlight that pattern. So if you bring it up closer, you can see how beautiful it is, and it feels fabulous, just like leather. This front cover is something totally different for me. This was a Patricia Viramontes book page. This is a napkin that has been Mod Podged onto a book page, and it was going to be a tuck spot. And when I finished the journal, I just thought it needed a little bit of embellishing on the front. So lo and behold, you decided to use that. So thank you, Patricia. I love all of your tutorials using these book pages that we end up with after we've gutted books to use them for journal covers. So that's the front cover. I've done a little stamping here in Stays On ink. There are two stash laces, trims on the side. One is covering over the one, it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch that I did for the one signature. And up here, as an embellishment, I have a bulb pin with a little lace and a cage charm. So there's that. And it's a simple organza ribbon closure. The organza ribbon is stayed in place because it's glued down behind this front cover piece, and then on the back it's glued down behind my label. So let's take a quick look in here. I've started this once and then the phone rang, and so let's see if I can get through without any interruptions this go round. So when you open it up, the inside cover is plain. I just left it because I love the way this looks. It feels fabulous, so just left that. Our first page features an envelope made from a coffee filter. There is a coffee filter tattered floral flower here, which this creates a tuck spot with some stash tags, one from Cameo Shop and one from the Michaels $1.50 bin. The next page has a flap that has another tattered floral with a butterfly and some eyelash trim, and then this paper clip has been altered with some organza ribbon and eyelash trim to hold in a couple of tags that I have. One's a library card and the other one is just a tag that I have that was coffee stained that I did some stamping on. This next page is a piece of handmade paper that I received in a rack, and I just thought that was a pretty touch there. We've got here a little bit of a stash lace trim, creating a pocket at the bottom with a little 3 pieces of ephemera, and I've done a little stamping. This is one of those pages that I sewn together copy paper and coffee dyed it, and just love the way that this paper feels. It's super sturdy and you can do pretty much anything to it because of the double thickness, but just really like that. This is a Tsunami Rose floral cutout that I fussy cut. We've got one of Denise of Tattered Dreams bags here. It's been adorned with some stash lace, rosettes, and a butterfly. The bag has been cut open as a tuck spot. There's nothing in there though. This next page is a smaller piece of that double copy paper, and I've done some stamping on both sides of that for journaling. We've got some delicious parchment paper. Here we have a tag that I purchased from, I'm almost certain this is a Tsunami Rose tag. Daisy had a sale, and I cleaned up, and this is one of the tags, and I just have topped it with a piece of stash ribbon. This next page is a flap that has some floating butterflies. There's hearts behind. Those are all coffee filter hearts, and then the butterflies are on top, and each one, the little bodies are done with eyelash trim, and there's another organza and eyelash trim altered paper clip, which is holding in a couple of tags. This one I've made. I actually ran through. This is the coffee stained journaling sheet from Ephemera's Vintage Garden on there, and that's one of the tags that I purchased from Daisy, and then this is one of the library cards as well, and on the back of that is one of Daisy's design papers. And Daisy is Tsunami Rose. Over here I've got a Fussy Mussy, and I've put a tattered floral die-cut flower that's been made out of coffee filters and a little bit of card. And then here's a satin bow to finish that off. In the little pocket, I have one of Sagita's little envelopes. Thank you, Sagita. How are you? As well as another one of those tags. Flip it over, and we've got a little bit of stamping. Here's another one of Daisy's flowers that has been fussy cut and just put on another one of those pieces of paper that is double thickness and has been sewn. A little stamping there for interest. It's an envelope I made. It's got a little bit of a tuck spot there. That's Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I'm pretty sure that's from Summer's Inn. And a couple of tags. There's a tuck spot in the back. Another piece of coffee dyed paper, and on the bottom here is a flip out. That's an index card that has been adorned with some stash lace and a rosette. This here is a parchment baggy tuck spot that I've sewn. I'm really getting into this sewing, guys. And the tuck spots are on an angle, and there's two here. And then you've got the bird cage makes one, and that bird cage has some tickets and again tattered floral, coffee stained coffee filters, as well as some book pages behind it. The next page has some Paula Lemon lines with a little bit of stamping. More lines on the back for journaling. We've got a coffee filter doily here that was huge, and so this actually covers two sides of paper, and then it flips up to make a tuck spot on the other side. But these magnolias, no, those are gardenias. These gardenias are part of Tsunami Rose's cutouts there. So thank you, Daisy. This becomes a tuck spot here. This is the doily, and it's just kind of anchored down, but it's open so that you could tuck a little something in there. And this is what I was saying. I flipped up the bottom part of the doily to make a tuck spot here. So I've got one of Sagita's envelopes. I've got a coffee stain index card and Tsunami Rose tag. On this side over here, I've done a belly band with some stash lace, and I've got a tag as well as an index card there and a little stamping for interest. Flip that over, and you've got a butterfly. This is a book page. There's two book pages and then a coffee filter. And then this eyelash trim actually has little, I'm not sure, the second thread has these little balls on it, and so it's great for making butterfly bodies. Over here we've got that small page. There is a tuck spot here. That has a little bit of stash lace and a rosette. Open it up, and there are journaling lines made with the cardboard. And here's where I sewed in the pamphlet stitch using this ribbon that I purchased from Prairie Boutique on Etsy. And so then here's some stamping here. I've done an altered paper clip. It's got some stash lace, has a little antique safety pin and a bow, and it's just holding another one of Sagita's envelopes and a note card that was a freebie from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Backside tag, as well as some ephemera here on this side, and this is the other side of that doily. And this is just a little note page, and that's from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And there's a little stamping up top there. That side left it plain. Here's some more lines for journaling. More lines for journaling, a little stamping up top. Here's the other side of the slanted pocket. This is an envelope. This makes a tuck spot here. And when you flip it over, this is one of the Tsunami Roses envelopes and journaling cards. And the journaling card is in here. And I've just gone on ahead and folded it in half and glued it so that way it's a little bit sturdier. I just copied this on copy paper, so it's kind of flimsy there. But that fits right in there, flips out there. And then here we have one of my tea bag, altered tea bags. So I've got the tattered floral back flower. I've got a doily back here. We've got the tea bag that has been cut open, and there's a little Cameo Shop mini tag in there, and a butterfly which has been cut out of, this is parchment paper because it's been coffee dyed, but it's parchment paper. And some more stamping. We have a tuck spot here. This was from the Tim Holtz clock. I'm going to come and get this here. And so that's the inside piece, and I've got a tattered floral flower, and then the birdie that goes with the bird cage. That's a Sizzix die, and this is a tuck spot up here. Here, this flap is a tuck spot, and this is a Tsunami Rose journaling sheet that has been stuck in the flap for additional journaling. And here's just some tea stained paper with some, coffee stained with some stamping, hearts, and the word love. The other side of that parchment paper. Here's more lines for journaling. The other side of a tattered dream bag, and it has been embellished with a tattered floral flower in coffee filters and book pages, and there's some of that trim, and there's some butterflies there. And on the other side is that big bird, that's a Sizzix die, and then there's some more, another one of the tattered floral flowers. On this fold out here, we have a tag here. This is a large tag. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And up top here, I've got an altered paper clip here, which is a tattered floral flower. And flip it over. It's pretty on both sides. That's what Crafty Irina says. Make them pretty on both sides. Little stamping here. Ask, seek, knock. The other side of the handmade paper, which got bent. So I'm going to straighten that out. Another tuck spot. So I've got some edge trim here, as well as, oh, my poor bird's tail. I have to glue that down. This is the bird that goes to the bird cage and the Sizzix die. Some tags up here, which are held in by an altered paper clip of organza and eyelash trim. And then the back page is blank, and I've added my business card on the back. And of course, this has been finished, so you can use this as a tuck spot as well. So there you have it, my faith journal. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. I'm working on one that features wine, and so I hope to be able to share that before the day's out. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.